Hello, this is Christina. I'm your host today, and welcome back to the solo podcast of KSM Podcast, Growing Business Online with Christina. You know that I'm a digital marketing coach, podcast creator, and speaker. And you know that I also like to run my solo podcast to talk about different topics, especially on how to build your presence online. And today I decided to talk about how to structure your website because you know that in terms of get more visibility. And by the way, I wanted to say that I help and support business owners like you to become more visible using variety of different structure for your business. And today, as I mentioned, I decided to start with the website. From my expertise running team for web and graphic design for now 15 years, I already decided to start with this. And in my previous podcast, I was talking about um, different ways to approach to your online presence and how to build it up. But today I decided to help you with this episode, how to structure your podcast, how to structure your website and how to do that in 5 ways. And let's dive into this. And one of the most common problems I see with the website isn't design, it's structure. Even well-designed sites underperform when the underlying structure doesn't align with how users think, how users think, navigate, and make decisions. And this is so important when you wanted to build your website, first and foremost, to structure it before you decide to create and build your website. I'm walking you through these 5 strategic ways to structure your website, and it's not just visually appealing, but intentional, scalable, and conversion focused. And these principles really apply whether you're building a brand new website or optimizing an existing one. And you know, through many years working in my other team for the web and graphic design as marketing manager, I always had a chance to talk with my clients and say that either that you structure your website, but they always asked me, hey, Christina, how is going with this? If I create a website, am I going to have more clients? But the point is, I always told them that you need to manage that website. Like as driver, you need to know where do you want it to go with this and who do you serve, who are your clients, and you need to know direction. You need to know how to approach to your clients, potential clients, leads, that they will come to you and decide to work with you. So let's get back on track and start with these 5 ways how to structure your website. First and foremost, define the primary objective of each page. Every page on your website should serve one dominant objective. And when pages attempt to educate, sell, introduce, and capture leads simultaneously, the result is cognitive overload and users disengage. For example, the homepage should clarify positioning and direct visitors to a primary pathway. A service page should move users toward our commitment. An about page should establish credibility and trust. A content page should guide users to the next stage of the funnel. When you start with and structure your website, you need to know how to create your home page, your menu there, and how many pages do you want it to have. And this is so important to get to know about it. And before designing or writing page, ask, what action should a qualified visitor take after landing page? Structure follows strategy, not the other way around. That approximately now maybe is going to be 1 to 3 minutes that someone comes to your page and see what is it about. And then this is so important to structure your homepage. And the other way is design navigation based on user intent. I wanted to repeat, design navigation based on user intent. Effective navigation is not about showcasing everything you offer. It's about helping users orient themselves quickly and confidently. Best practice navigation is minimal, predictable, and intent driven. Because, when we wanted to buy something and we'll go to Google it and, in terms of online shops and other things, we're going to check it out and see what we wanted to buy or attract. And this is so important to either that you are based product product-based company or service-based, but it's so important how do you structure it. And in most cases, which I mentioned about practice of best navigation, like minimal, predictable, and intent-driven, is home, about, services, offer, resources or blog, and contact. I just try to be short, because you could have 10 pages, but before you get into that specific design and structure, you know that we have also about page, that when we can introduce ourselves, who we are, what we do, either that we are solopreneurs, small business owners, leaders, consultants, let's say big corporations, but I most work with small business owners, companies, agencies, and consultants, coaches, and I can freely say with SMEs, let's say small business enterprises, companies. And when you go there on that home, the page, you can go with about page, because it's so important when you go there that you can introduce yourself, put such amazing picture about you, and write story about you. If you are only coach, for example, or if as a business owner, just to present yourself and write story about you, who you are, what you do, and how do you serve that? How do you serve? What is the core of your business? This is so important because people wanted to see you. And in intro page, let's say that we talk about such a big corporation, and when you go to some pages, you can see about the team, who is in that team. And when you go there, you can see many people. For example, team about 5 people, 10 people, etc. But this is so important, as I said, to write and create your about page. When someone come there, will see who you are, and people just wanted to get to know you and your business. Also, services or offer. What page about your services, for example, what you offer, your products, your service. Depends, as I said, either that you're a product-based company or service-based company. And you know that we couldn't work with everyone, so that you have specific clients, and in that way, you can show up with your services, offer, and you can create such amazing images of your service and content about it, and also about an offer which you have there, or you can put a video, however, and I will talk more about it in my next videos. Also, you can put page resources or blog. Resources are always like something which you give, like a freebie, what you give to people when they land on your page, in terms to give them home, let's say, like it could be ebook, it could be workbook, it could be like your course free of charge, or it could be some quiz, it could be some specific book, or if you sell your book, you can put their first chapter for free of charge. And whatever you do there, this is about resources. And vice versa, blog is so important when you run your blog, and also write about the topic from your industry, what you do. And people, this is a way how you can have more visitors on your website, because people wanted to read your tips, your advices, or content on the blog. And people always wanted to get to know you, or just they are expecting new content on your topics and from your expertise. And this is so important because this is a way how they trust you and connect with you. In terms that they say, okay, XYZ, just your blog is so important because people can, and users and visitors can read your blog, and they cannot wait to read again and again. And this is a way how you educate your audience, that they can come to you, and this is a way that when they decide, they can reach out to you, and they can just connect with you and contact you to get more advice and maybe to have discovery session. However, also contact is so important when you can put your email address, your postal address, or you can put your social media links, how people can connect with you. And this is so important. So just remember that before you start creating your website, is so important to structure it. And you can start with simple. Let's say if you are not in position, you are a new business owner, or you are in business or wanted to create, maybe you have existing website, but you wanted to create new website for your new business or new product. This is so important, how to structure it, and specifically that your potential client can come to you and visit you your website, because this is like a mirror for our business, and how we appear and how we uh, pop up in this digital world. This is so important, and people connect with this, especially if you have something like a podcast, or if you have something like a video, like either that you put images, but also there are many people who run podcasts and run it like as I do, and you can put also, because people like to see you, to see your body language and what you're talking about, that they can connect with you and see that you can resolve their problems. And high priority pages should be placed in high attention areas. typically the first or last menu item. If users have to think about where to click next, the navigation has failed. And also, the third way is structure pages to match decision psychology. I wanted to repeat, structure pages to match decision psychology. High-performing websites mirror how people evaluate solutions. Rather than leading with credentials or features, effective page structure follows a decision-making sequence: problem recognition, emotional resonance, solution introduction, process clarity, proof and validation, call to action. And this is why leading with what we do often underperforms. Because, sometimes we're human beings. And we sometimes make decision on some, in our way, how we wanted to connect with that website. And when we have a problem as a potential client, for example, just if we can be in shoes of our clients, how we can perform there. We can go there. We wanted to see also, can we read about that person and see their values and see who they are their clients, and see how that business owner can resolve our problem. And this is and we need to have that validation also, and we have to have our call to action, because just don't forget to put call to action. This is so important. And visitors are subconsciously asking, do you understand my problem? Can you solve it? Can I trust you? And why I'm going to trust you? I'm just thinking like a potential client. And your page structure should answer those questions in that order. So this is so important. And people just, people connect with people, and we can just play in online space like in our real space. This is so important, and we need to be to the website. As I said, our website is our mirror, how we perform, how we do our business. And structured website is very, very important. And what is so important is establish clear visual hierarchy. Establish clear visual hierarchy. Visual hierarchy determines what gets noticed and in what order. Without it, even strong messaging gets ignored. And effective hierarchy uses clear headline prioritization, short, scannable text blocks, strategic use of spacing, and distinct calls to action. And you can put, we have to think about how our content is going to be, how we strategically create that space about the content, about text, about our call to action. And you can put in your call to action, just put your link to your Calendly, put your link and say, okay, if you perform with this, just come to me and just click on the link below, and come to me for free strategic call session or free conversation call, whatever. And this is so important if you create something like that. And the most important message should be visible above the fold. and supporting information should progressively deep in understanding as users scroll. So design is not decoration, it's a communication tool. Just remember, design is not decoration, it's a communication tool. And why I'm telling you the communication tool, this is a way how you communicate with your audience. This is a way how you communicate with your potential clients and people who need your service and products. And either that you create your and structure a website, you will position yourself as a business owner, as a company, as an agency, as an organization, as a foundation of your business, better and better. And this is very, very important. Think about structuring your website. Also, guide users through a logical website flow. It's a fifth ways. Guide users through a logical website flow. A well-structured website function as a guided system, not a collection of pages. Every page should anticipate the visitor's next question, lead naturally to the next relevant step. For example, homepage, core service. Blog content, lead magnet, or a related service. About page, contact or booking. Service page, consultation or checkout. And when a page ends without direction, momentum is lost. Your website should reduce friction, not create it. As I said, this is so important about your structure in your website. And as I said, that we can just think about how we structure. And by the way, I just wanted to, for example, to share about branding colors. I'm just thinking about, am I going to share it? But I think that that will be so important to you, just to mention branding colors, which is so important for your website when you structure it. Before structure it, you have also to think about your branding colors and why branding colors matter more than you think. Color is one of the fastest ways the brain forms an opinion about a brand. Before someone reads your copy, before they understand your offer, color has already communicated tone, emotion, personality, perceived value. Colors are so important, and this is why color consistency significantly increases brand recognition. Your audience should be able to recognize your brand before they see your logo. Color is not decoration, it's a signal. And what I wanted to say that someone like they create like a logo or create that like color and logo. But don't forget, when you create color and logo, we first and foremost, people work with people. And I think that people also need that you to think about who you are, who is owner of that brand. This is so important. Remember who you are, who is owner of that brand, who is a business owner, who is leader in that company, who's owner. Very simple. Talking about colors, it's also understand color psychology, but don't oversimplify it. We also have to think about color psychology. You have probably heard things like blue equal trust, or red equal energy, green equal growth. While color psychology is real, it's also contextual. A color's meaning changes based on industry, cultural context, shade and saturation, how it's paired with other colors. For example, soft, muted blue can feel calm and premium. Bright electric blue can feel teach-driven and aggressive. The key takeaway, don't choose colors based on generic meanings. Choose them based on how you want to be perceived. I wanted to repeat it. Don't choose colors based on generic meanings. Choose them based on how you want it to be perceived. In the other words, is how do you want it to be that people connect with you? How do you want it that people see you through the colors as well, by psychological side? Also, choose a core color that reflects your brand positioning. Choose a core color that reflects your brand positioning. Every strong brand has a primary color. This is the color most associated with your brand, the one people remember. You can see in my background, this is my color. Something like I like this color, and when you go to on my YouTube channel or over everything what I post about my podcast is always the same color. And in the choose, for example, if they wanted to, they will remember your brand, to choose it and ask, is my brand bold or understand, premium or accessible, emotional or analytical, modern or classic? And your core color should align with your audience expectations, your pricing level, your industry positioning. If your color choice contradicts your positioning, trust erodes, even if people cannot articulate why. And also, it's important to build a balanced color system, not just a palette of colors. Expert branding isn't about picking pretty colors. It's about creating a functional color system. A strong system includes primary color, brand anchor, secondary colors, support and flexibility, neutral colors, backgrounds, readability, and accent colors, calls to action. Your accent colors is especially important. It should be used intentionally to guide attention, not overwhelm the design. Good color systems create clarity, hierarchy, and consistency across every touch point. And test colors in real-world applications. Colors can look perfect on a mood board and fail completely in practice. Before finalizing your branding colors, test them in website layouts, social media graphics, sales pages, and mobile screens. And ask, is text readable? Do call to action stand out? And does the brand still feel cohesive across platforms? Brand colors should scale, not just look good in one setting. As I mentioned, and that right colors just reinforce your positioning, build recognition, increase clarity and trust, and support conversation and usability. And if this is so important to that you can choose strategically, colors becomes one of the most powerful assets in your brand. And I think that I just try to explain you structure a website and talk about branding colors, which are so important and very in connection with your brand. And I think that if you see that this video, this episode, so podcast, uh, helped you to understand structuring, how to structure a website or how to use your branding colors, just you can connect with me. My call to action for you is just reach out to me, put question below this episode or connect me with me via um, Facebook, like Christina SM, Christina Milosevic, or via Instagram, Christy SM, Christy SM7, or on LinkedIn as well, Christina Milosevic, and on YouTube channel here at Christina and at KSM Growing Business Podcast, Growing Business Only with Christina. And I will be more than happy to help you, to support you. And yeah, this is something which I wanted to share with you today. And from my as a consultant and coach for digital marketing, I really like to help you to get more visibility and to create variety of structures, different structures um, for your business. So for your website, and if I can help you, I will be more than happy to connect with you. And just don't forget to subscribe to the channel, KSM Podcast, Going Business Online with Christina. And if you found that this episode is helpful, subscribe for more conversation on branding, design, strategy, and etc. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to stay tuned in and follow up, subscribe to the channel so you will have a new to the new episode. Thanks again, and see you very soon. And bye for now. Thank you.